Right? Brakatei Hawa, Brakatei Awashai, Brakatei Hawa, Brakatei Awashai, Brakatei Hawa, Brakatei Awashai. First and foremost, we give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakat, Badash, that one of our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect virgin of the spoken on the earth. Shalom, peace and safety to you and your families. I pray that this lesson is edifying. That will exposing this devil, Esau, the so-called white man. Call himself the white man because they're trying to make themselves pure. Right? They try to act as though they are pure, but they're not. They're the scum of the earth. Right? From them is what they actually read. Right? Pursuant to the prophecy of their birth, going back to what the birth of Esau and Jacob, red and heavy all over like a garment, right? From now, from the red, we have a crimson. We have crime coming from crimson. He's the father of crime and all evil. He was the first murderer and the first liar, right? Esau, right? I just want to expose him a little bit. Pray that they will give him a strike. As you can see, there's off of BBC, right? Was my dad a pedophile? I'll just play a little bit from it and cut into some precepts.
Hello, mate. Yeah.
This was a video uploaded today.
Yes, you have, mate. Do you want me to get the stuff out and show you? I've got all the chat log there, buddy. So screenshots all there. The police are on their way right now. Actually, I'm a paedophile, I'm not mate. What to do? I'm afraid you're under a citizen's arrest, so I'm not going to let you go anywhere, okay? No, please.
This is a sting by a British paedophile hunter.
Do you have an attraction to younger boys? Yes, but I've never been one of them.
They're dramatic, compelling, and sometimes help put sex offenders behind bars. But there are other consequences.
They're robbing those people of justice. It's us that have to pick up the pieces.
Tell me why we're here.
We have found a string of suicides.
Because of drinks in his face, and he knows that he's in trouble.
What sort of message is Robert?
And the unanswered questions left by them.
Hello, Silver. What's he doing? Yes, that's my dad. Daddy's girl. And these are the only ones I've got with him on the day. Love them things. Yeah. I was a born entertainer. Like, you didn't write your speech or anything, it just straight off the cuff on the day. You know, he used to chat about anything and everything. He was the person who, well, if I was upset, I would go to him, all I wanted was to cut off my dad.
It was a close relationship. But then one Sunday, Leslie was at home with her daughter, and a message came through on her phone.
My friend just saying, oh, look, don't even know how to say this to you, Leslie, but there's a video go around on Facebook. It's your dad. And then I saw the video.
Leslie's dad, Michael Duff, had been filmed in one of these stings by a paedophile hunter group. He thought he was meeting a 15-year-old girl.
I just sort of like sat in shock, and I must have been screaming before the dog. My daughter was upstairs. She was only 15 at the time. Come down because she could hear me screaming. And she asked me what was wrong. And I had to live with the fact for the rest of my life. Because I wasn't thinking, I just went right back to the ground. And I showed him the video.
Alright, so the word pedophilia or pedophile. Pedophilia comes from the word pedophile, right? Pedophilia, alternatively spelled pedophilia, is a psychiatric disorder in which an adult or older adolescent experience a primary or exclusive sexual attraction for pre-pubescent children, right? So puberty is when they come into what? A young girl comes into womanhood, meaning to say that her body is prepared now to make children, right? By this, what her ovaries send out eggs, she has a period, right? And yeah, that's it. The main sign is that she has a period. right? But there are a lot of things going on with their bodies. They have what they start to have breasts, right? They have pubic hairs, right? Same thing with a young boy, right? It goes on to break down the ages. We go into that, you know. For the young boy, he could ejaculate, right? Meaning to say he has sperm, right? It says, although girls typically begin the process of puberty at age 10 or 11, right? And boys at the age 11 or 12. And there's a reason for that because spiritually, what one thing we used to have children in the ancient time, we used to have children earlier, right? In the young, in the prime, the scripture talks about in the prime of that youth, right? Talking about the womb bringing forth healthier children in the young age than in the old, right? Um, and then the food now that we have actually bring this age lower down to what age around age 8 sometimes, you know. But these women are prepared for the what the men. That's what this is spiritually what's happening. That these women reach puberty before the boys, right? Because they're being prepared for the men, right? And boys at age 11 or 12. The criteria for pedophilia extend from the cutoff point for pre-pubescence. Pre-pubescence, we're going to what? Pre means before pubescence, the puberty stage, to age 13. A person who is diagnosed with pedophilia must be at least 16 years old and at least 5 years older than the pubescent child for the attraction to be diagnosed as pedophilia. Right? So we just have an idea of what we're dealing with here. So what Esau is a sodomite and a pedophile by nature. Right?
It was on Facebook, and I could already see what mutual friends had viewed it. It was out there, and there was nothing I could do. And it was all from the press.
Michael handed himself into the police that day and had his computers confiscated, but he was released after questioning, and 2 days later he killed himself.
All right, after some video again, I'm just going to some precepts, right? So this is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right? Esau is being searched out. They are the true homosexuals, the true pedophiles, the true rapists, right? The true extortioners, right? The true sodomites, right? The Lord said what? This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9. And the reason being is because, hey, they are the ones that rule in the world, that this whole place is in the state that it's in, corrupted, right? With the vibration of negativity and homosexuality. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9. Except the Lord of hosts has left unto us a very small remnant, which is the elect, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. And how do we know that? Because the rulers that be, according to Job 9:24, are the wicked. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? And they in control of what the wicked has been doing. They have been passing laws, right? And rights for these homosexuals and transgenders, right? Bestiality, people who into bestiality and pedophilia, they are protected. They are given a chance to live. They are given opportunity, rights. They are actually being praised and exalted, right? I think this artist, Little Mark, if I'm not mistaken, she's a lesbian, but she had it hard. She had what they said that she had talent. It was reported that she had talent. Every time she would try to get a record deal, it was difficult until she exposed herself to Esau and said, well, you know what, I'm a lesbian, you know? And then all doors open. This is what they like, right? This is their world. Their world is about homosexuality and everything opposing Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 32. For the vine for their vine is a vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah, and their grape are the grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Right? So there's a doctrine and there's a philosophy. They believe in homosexuality, lesbianism, pedophilia, right? Because earlier on, you know, they had a little short flick where they actually said when the hunter was giving an interview, and you know, he said the guy said that he's a pedophile and he liked little boys, right? He tried to say that he'd never been with one, but he was exposed. And this is what the Most High is doing. He's exposing them for who they are. There's a spirit, there's a vibration, there's an energy, right? They're both sodomizing boys and little girls. It goes back to the wicked witchcraft to the left hand side. It is Isaiah 47, Isaiah 47, verse verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. That dust represents confusion. It's a confused state to believe that to be a homosexual, to be a lesbian is something right, right? And you don't want to be homosexual and lesbians and carry on life as life should be. In other words, you want to have families. And what you go and do? You go and you adopt children and then you feed them with your nasty philosophies. There was a video I saw on social media where two Edomite males, right, in a homosexual relationship, and they adopted a Jake boy, and the Jake boy pushing their heads to kiss. That's nasty as hell. That's evil, right? This place has to be destroyed just for the mere fact of sodomy alone, right? Which the Lord said that hey, the motherfucker, I'll just get it. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse. What's the last there? 2 Peter. All right, this is Jude, chapter 1, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example of sufferings, of the vengeance of eternal fire. Likewise, all right, what I said. It says what they are set forth, they are going, those are going after the strange flesh are set forth for an example of sufferings and vengeance of eternal fire. Right? So fire is promised to these homosexuals. In other words, they're going to be burnt up when the missiles hit. Right? Because of their unclean acts, the homosexual acts. The Most High said what? The Most High here, he said he Sodom and Gomorrah as an example of an overthrow for those who should do it thereafter. Alright? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. That's all the homosexual. Right? These homosexuals and these lesbians, they're going to be put to death. They're going to be put to death. They're going to be burnt up with the fire. Alright? How many more precepts on that? This is on what? Romans chapter 1, verse outside of verse 23. And they changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into the image made like the corruptible man, and to birds and to four-footed beasts and creeping things, wherefore power gave them up to the uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts go back to mind, right? To dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause power gave them up into vile affection, which vile is dirty. For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature. So the natural use of a woman was to be what? To bring forth seed. And when I say bring forth seed, she's the incubator of the child. The seed comes from the testes of the man, right? But she's the incubator. Now I'm putting it that way. She's the incubator. And likewise, also the men leaving the natural use of the woman burned in their lust one towards another with men, Men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met. Right? And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind. So you all think that is correct, but it's wrong. It's wrong, right? Homosexuality, lesbianism is a sin, is a transgression of the law, is nasty, right? It's abominable and it's unseemly, right? To do those things which are not convenient is not convenient. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, and worship and whispers, right? Them not verse 31. Without understanding, you don't understand that homosexuality is nasty, right? And guess what? Her father being committing suicide was judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? That was righteous judgment. The scripture says whoever perished being innocent. He wasn't innocent, you know. I mean, you can look it up and go and watch out the whole video, right? Because she sat down with the interviewer and whatnot, because she didn't know if her father actually do it, because a case didn't come out of it because he committed suicide. But he wasn't innocent. Why commit suicide? If it was innocent, because a case would have gone on and it would have been proven innocent. But he know if the case went on, he would have been proven guilty. So his conscience what? His conscience beaten. Right? Them demons that was on him. His demons had to be on you, them spirits had to be on you to be a homosexual anyway. To find a man attractive, you're going against nature. It's demons on you. Right? It says, verse 31, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So hey, he is worthy of death, and he was put to death. The Most High put that spirit on him for him to commit suicide. So that was judgment. Right? But Esau is the one who pushing that vibration and that spirit. While Barack Obama was in power, who was going around telling the nations, you need to embrace homosexuality? The Africans, they said, all right, hey, we're not having that shit up in Africa, right? And I think it was the year 2016, or anyway, between 2013 and 2016. At that time, we had a female prime minister. She went to a meeting in the UN. And they imposed it on her underneath Obama. And they imposed it on her. What is Trinidad's stance on what? Homosexuality. And at that time, she said, hey, that's something that we had to debate about. By the time she came back to Trinidad, she was like, hey, we need to curb our enthusiasm about homosexuality. And a couple of years later, three plus years later, from their stint as in government, because she's now in opposition, the ruling government, what they came and do? They come and take the buggery law off of the tables. They took the buggery law off of the tables, right? So it's no longer can be charged for buggery. So your little son or your little daughter can go to school, and somebody with these demons on them, some child, some teacher, some security guard with these demons on them, to persecute your child, and they not be held accountable. They can walk free. There's no justice. All right. That's why this kingdom has to be destroyed, because this is this kingdom of the devil, the adversary, Satan, the so-called white man. Right. He pushed that vibration out there. Right. They set the rules. Because they say in God that they trust, but they don't trust any Yahweh Shemel Shai, the God of this Bible. Right? The laws that they set up for you to live by is the laws that what? They write in the court of law, right? That they come up with, that they debate amongst themselves and say, hey, this is how we're gonna rule the land. We're gonna debate in parliament, and we're gonna have these rules, right? And rules is that hey, homosexual, everybody's free to have the rights. Be who you want. Be who you can be. We all equal. Every creed and race have an equal place. It's not true. If it was so, why is Donald Trump trying to keep the natives out? Why is he building a wall? Or wants to build a wall? Why is the government shut down? But ultimately because they want to pass martial law, right? And they want to contain America to have the concentration camps, right? Well, hey, all the prophecies going to be fulfilled. In the meantime, we're going to expose this devil for who he is, right? This is Ezekiel chapter 22 and 14. Ezekiel chapter 22 verse 14. Can thine heart endure, or can thine hands be strong in the days that I shall deal with thee? I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. Because, hey, all the cruelty that you have done unto the nation of Israel, right? Because what? You had buck breaking on what? On the slave ships, right? How much years you're out there, and how much months you're out at sea, transporting what? In the triangular slave trade. He was raping men, he was raping the young girls, he was being pedophiles to the young children, the young girls and boys and women, right? You're nasty sodomites. You're an abomination, Esau, the so-called white man, and these Hamites and these other nations that enter homosexuality, and even two-thirds of our own people, because they're trimming their way to seek love. They want a piece of the American dream. They want a piece of the pie. They want success. They want to live it up in this hell, right? The scripture says, "Woe unto you that are at ease in Zion," right? You're not supposed to be at ease. We are here. We are here to serve punishment. We are slaves. We are being oppressed. The conditions that we are under. If you're not feeling it, because what they have a saying in the world, who feels it knows it. If you're not feeling it, it's because you're at ease. Because you're comfortable, because you're complacent, because hey, you're not affected, because the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shimei Shai and the offenses that have been done concerning that, you don't consider. Alright? So the Most High say what? Can thine heart endure? Can thine hands be strong? Because these judgments are coming back on you. The Most High is going to turn back the captivity onto you. Alright? You're being exposed, and guess what? You're ashamed. And your forefather Esau, he was a bitch from the beginning. And even his progenitor Cain, he was a bitch from the beginning. But the scripture said that we are rich. We're rich in what? Spirit, strength. The prophecy said that what? Jacob is stronger than Esau. Right? Or everything is going to be turned back onto you. Render unto them double captivity. Right? The only thing that we're not going to be pedophiles and sodomites. Right? But we're going to take away, we're going to put the husbands to death, and we're going to take away the wives. Right? Their daughter's going to be ravished. Right? All these different things according to the prophecies. Right? Heavy slavery, and guess what? You can't take it. Because look at this. When you go through this video, it shows you that when these pedophiles are exposed, the majority of them is Edomites, and the majority of them do what? Commit suicide. So the lawmakers across there in England, in Europe, wherever it is, you know, they're going to the books because what? This vigilante pedophile hunting, one of the ramifications of it is that these people can't bear the shame and they're putting themselves to death. That's the judgment of Yahweh Shimei Shai. Can thine heart endure, or can thine hands be strong? No, you can't, because you're a bitch. Cain cried, Esau cried. The scripture said they wept bitterly. In the days that I shall deal with thee, I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. Right? This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. Esau, you're pedophile, you're sodomite, right? You're devil. It says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Right? We're not gonna be homosexuals and pedophiles to your nation, but you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it, right? You're gonna lose everything. Your family is gonna be separated. Your wife's gonna be on breeding farms. Your daughters. You're gonna be put to death. Everything gonna be done in decency and in order in the kingdom of heaven. Prepare yourselves, prepare your backs for slavery. And don't think you're gonna give up the ghost easily. Because the spirit is gonna be drawn back. We're gonna draw back that spirit and put it back into the body, and they're gonna go through it. You're gonna go through, go through what you've been putting the nations through. You nasty homosexual. Right? So with that, I pray that someone's edified, concise, and to the point. Shalom.